him. But my sources tell me, and the guys that I talk to, and I would have believed this even if I hadn't talked to people that I really do respect, it's like Terrance Crawford is in a situation right now where, dude, his career could be over. And because people have been blackballed for a lot less than, number one, suing a promoter, right? And number two, being somebody that costs a lot of money and does not have a track record of pulling in a lot of fights. So,
all right, I don't got my stand with me, so I'm gonna hold it with my hands and make this video. All right, so, woo, feeling good up in here. Let me turn this down. That's one. That's two. All right, so, Mr. Fanon, you need to shut the fuck up. All right, you're a big Terrance Crawford hater. All right, big Terrance Crawford hater. All right, that's one. So I'm listening to these ERROL Spence fans. You know what I'm saying? These subscribers, these channels, this YouTube shit that's going on with Spence fans. The last thing I heard was something that Best Fight the Best was saying. That bitch ass nigga, right? And he was saying, you know, Bud Crawford, he needs to stay busy, because, you know, if he stays busy, then you could get a good fight with ERROL Spence at the end. It seems like y'all still with this Bud Crawford fighting Boots, right? So I'm trying to figure out what's the reason that this dude and everybody else, Spence fans, is pushing Bud Crawford to fight Boots, and then I heard what Best Fight the Best said. You know, we want to keep it busy so everybody could be 100% and everybody could be at their best and shit like that. Listen, man, Bud Crawford does not have to fight another fight right now. Okay, he did his mandatory. He did his mandatory with Sean Porter. Basically, that's what he did. He did his mandatory with Sean Porter. So basically, all he has to do is sit back, relax. Okay? Because like I said in my last video, I said, listen, man, all I want Boots to be out of it with ERROL Spence and Terrance Crawford. But if y'all keep choosing this shit, y'all keep pushing this, well, guess what? The IBF mandatory, because Boots gonna have to be an eliminator just now, will end up being Spence mandatory. So let's stop talking about that right now. All Crawford needs to do is sit back, and you're gonna say, well, if he sit back, he ain't gonna be ready. He is gonna be ready because he's gonna be in the gym. Another thing I don't like that I hear, oh well, he's not gonna be ready. Well, how do you know he's not gonna be ready? Listen, what was his last fight he had? What was his last fight he had? It was Kell Brook. How far ago was that? 2020, right? In November, if I could recall. And then he had this fight with Sean Porter at what? 2021 of November. So that means Sean Porter, right? Bud Crawford beat Sean Porter in November. His mandatory's up in November. His mandatory's up in November. So please, calm down. This is how it should go. Bud Crawford sit back, relax, wait to the fight with UGAS and Spence. Now, whoever wins that will come and say in the ring, I want Terrance Crawford to be undisputed. If I do not hear that from ERROL Spence, or I don't hear that from UGAS, but let's just say ERROL Spence, because we all want ERROL Spence to win, and we want to move on with this situation with these two brothers fighting. But if I don't see that, and I see ERROL Spence win, and he doesn't say nothing about Terrance Crawford, this is all I'm waiting for now. Well, then we have to move on. And that tells me that he's moving to 154. Because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nothing ERROL Spence is going to be able to do. Okay, he said he wanted strap season. He said he's going to be true to the game. If the business suits want him to fight Keith Thurman, he has the right to say no. He has the right to say no. I don't care about all that, man. Eliminate all that shit. Because at the end of the day, undisputed, unifying over Trump's mandatory. Mandatory. And that's what it is. So, you can say this and you can say that. And you can waste more time and keep wondering, oh, what's Crawford gonna do while Spence fight UGAS? Is he just gonna sit back and relax? Because the way I see it, he sat back and relaxed a whole year after he fought Kell Brook, came back and beat Sean Porter. Matter of fact, he didn't just beat him, he knocked him out. The man is on a 9-streak knockout. So he has a whole year to relax, and he's still ready. He stay ready. He don't have to get ready. He stay ready in the gym. And that proves it, because in 1 year, Kell Brook, last November, he came back. Sean Porter dismissed both of them. So y'all don't need to tell me what Crawford needs to do. Errol Spence got a couple things he still got to do. Like I keep repeating my videos, niggas are now catching up. Because all they keep talking about what Crawford should have done, why Crawford's suing Bob Arum, why this and why that, it does not matter, brother. It doesn't matter. Okay? Errol Spence got a lot on his table. He got the IBF mandatory that he got to hold in the future. And that could be Boots Ennis. Right? Then he got his tournament. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen with that tournament. If there's going to be step aside money again, so we could see what Errol Spence future may hold when it comes to being undisputed. Are we going to pay step aside money again? All right. So there's a lot on his table. Then you got Errol Spence weight. All right. So if it ain't this year he getting it in with Crawford, then you can move up. And a lot of people don't understand how valuable Crawford is. You're not understanding how valuable Crawford is right now. Okay? He's a free agent. That's one. You think that's a downfall. That's one. He's a WO champion, welterweight champion. That's two. Bob Arum is losing sleep over that belt. He ain't got it no more. Errol Spence trying to get that belt, trying to be undisputed like Terrance Crawford was. Yeah? Right? Trying to fulfill something. Right? But look at Terrance Crawford. He's been undisputed once. If he gets to fight with Errol Spence, he could be undisputed twice. And if he decides to go up in the WBO rankings, he could fight the winner of Charlo and Castano. And guess what? This man is more worthy, has more worth than Spence. Even though he's a free agent. Don't get me wrong, he's a free agent. And you people say, well, what he's going to do, who he's going to sign to. Of course he got to sign to the PBC. But how is he going to sign to the PBC? Is it a one-fight deal with Errol Spence, or is it a rematch? That's 2-fight deal right there. All right? So that's a 2-fight deal. And if people say, well, Errol's not going to do no rematch. Okay, so what is he going to do? Well, if he loses, we don't have to worry about that. Right? If he wins, you can't say that Errol Spence is not going to do that. But Crawford, once he signed that paper, it's for a rematch. It's for a rematch. All right? So that is the 2-fight deal that I suggest Crawford go along with the PBC. Anything and everything with Errol Spence, because Crawford could end up being undisputed again. And if he does beat Spence, he could move up and be undisputed. He got two ways to be undisputed. All right? So that makes him, he could be undisputed not twice, but 3 times. He did at 140. He could do it at 147. Right? He got to take the rematch with Errol Spence. Then after that, go straight up. So this man is very valuable to everybody. Not top rank at the moment. But people say, well, you know, he burned his bridge. Nigga, you ain't burning no bridges. What bridges you burning? Tell me. Mayweather and Pacquiao. Mayweather and Pacquiao. What bridge was burned? They've been in court. Pacquiao sued him for defamation of character, won, and still fought him in the ring. Bob Arum and Al Heyman been through court, been through all kinds of shit. They still do business together. So no matter what happens at the end of the day, and check this out, in the WB rankings, it's either Virgil Ortiz or Boots Ennis. That's Crawford's pickings. That's Crawford Pickens if he wants to volunteer, or if November comes along and his mandatory's up in November, he's still got time. He's still got time. In November, then he could decide if whoever's the mandatory in the WBO, if it's Virgil Ortiz or boosting this, he could figure out which way he's going. And I'm sure if he picks Virgil Ortiz, people will say, well, why you didn't pick Boots? Doesn't matter. Right now, if Boots becomes your mandatory Spence, there's no Pickens. You have to uphold that IBF. It's been so many years. What, 2 years? So you got to get with the program. You got to get with the program in the negotiations. And if this man sits down with y'all and y'all don't want, he don't like what he's hearing. He don't like what he's hearing. He get up and leave. But somebody got to come and see this man because he got that strap. If it's about strap season, ERROL Spence, you got to go see this man. And you got to come down your negotiations. And it's 55 for Spence, 45 for Crawford, back end money. How you want to fix it and do it, the fight got to go on. The fight got to go on. Not because Boots is a threat. None of that shit. It just got to go on, man. So when I hear these channels talk about, Crawford needs to fight Boots ASAP. No, he don't. No, he don't. Yeah, I do none of that shit, man. Come on, man. Stepping on your dicks again. Stepping on your dicks again. I'm telling you, man. Y'all need to stop, bro. I heard Bernie on Blue the other day. And he's explained this man is worthy, man. This man has worth, man. Regardless he has a machine behind him or not, he has worth. So at the end of the day, somebody's gonna pick him up. Somebody's gonna grab him up. He's in a good position right now, Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, he don't got nobody behind him. And this thing about Mayweather, come on, man. Calm down, man. What did I tell you in my last video? Mayweather is just looking to say, I did this for this man so he could feed his narcissistic ways. That's all that is. Feed my narcissistic ways. If it wasn't for me, this wouldn't have happened. Take all the glory. Take all the glory from Crawford. Crawford don't need that, man. And I'm glad Crawford said, I don't need that dude, man. That nigga act like a bitch. So be it, man. Listen, worry about Tank Davis. Worry about paying Devin Haney his kind of money that he want. Yeah? To fight Tank. If not, kick rocks, man. Kick rocks. Don't worry about Crawford. Crawford's okay. I don't know why these people keep talking about Crawford. What is he going to do? And this and that. It is what it is, man. I don't care what anybody say. Don't worry about that, man. Court battle. Whatever goes on in court, that's court. If the public need to hear it, fine. The public will talk about it. Fine. It is what it is. Public record. Anybody can talk about it. But right now, the fight that needs to be going on, I'm tired of this Boots shit. I'm tired of it, man. Boots. People say, what did Boots do? What do Boots do? It doesn't matter what Boots did. He's in the rankings. He's next up. He's third in all the rankings. That means he's a mandatory coming up. So it doesn't matter who he fought or what he did. He worked his way up in the rankings. Look, Stanidonius and Butnev, what have they done to get an ERROL Spence fight in a tournament if that goes that way? What have they done? What are they at? 12-0? 13-0? No. But the WBA put that position. He put that situation for ERROL Spence. And it's Al Heyman to say, well, we're going to pay step-aside money again to get him out that way. So let's go to the idea of what's going to happen. Are you going to go for your mandatory with the IBF, or are you going to let Crawford save your ass? Because that's what it's going to be. It's either Crawford save your ass, and you fight Crawford and give him not a 50-50, maybe close to 50-50, but brother, these are brothers, man. They ain't working that way. Ain't that work? This man is 35 years old, Crawford. We don't know his intentions. We don't know his intentions if he's going to retire after this or he's going to move up. Everybody got intentions for Crawford. He's going to move up. He's going to fight this person. Leave that for ERROL Spence. He's 30, what is he, 31? He got a lot more time than Crawford. If Crawford decide, listen, I beat Spence, won undisputed, I'm about to retire. He can say, listen, I already know I'm going to beat this man. So I'm doing my retirement party right here. I beat him, and in the condition that I beat him, if it's close or I wiped him out off the face of the earth, depending on the two, and maybe it's close, maybe you could do a rematch and make more money together. That's it, man. And that's all I can see. It's either this year, and if Spence do not call this man out, if he does not call this man out in the ring and say, yeah, it's time for me and Crawford because it's strap season, and he's like, well, and he ain't saying nothing really, we all know, take your ass up to 154, because at the end of the day, no matter where you go, Booth's going to block your shit. Booth is going to block your shit regardless if you like it or not. Whatever you want to be undisputed or whatever you want to, Booth's going to be there too at 154. It is what it is. So if you feel undisputed at 147 and you can't do it because of the negotiations and Tim Smith say, well, we can't afford Bud Crawford, that's not a, you could say, listen, all your Spence fans could say, well, it's because Crawford, he didn't get in the fit-in, and that's why Errol Spence is not undisputed. Well, you could say all that. But in history, in the books, it would not say that Errol Spence was undisputed. And Errol Spence, at the same time, said he wanted strap season, and he didn't fulfill it. No matter whose fault it is, that man did not fulfill his destiny, what he came out his mouth. Y'all Spence fans could complain about Crawford and get in the fit in all you want. And that's why Spence had to move up. It doesn't matter, man. It does not matter. If he does, Spence needs to fit in, get his company, get his machine in the back to get it right. Get it right so he could get this fight with Bud Crawford, so he can get this strap. It's not what Bud Crawford's doing. Come on, man. Yo, let me finish getting my thing going on here, man. Watch one of my old school fights, man. But other than that, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. And right now, Crawford is chilling all the way to November until his mandatory comes up. On the other hand, Errol Spence, you got the tournament, you got the IBF mandatory, the eliminator with Boots, and either Cody or what's the other guy named Clayton. Doesn't matter, okay? But he will be the mandatory. He will be Clayton. He will be Custer Clayton. He will be a mandatory. Before anything, when it comes to a mandatory with Bud Crawford and the WBO. That's it. That's it. So I don't see what is the issue here. It's very simple and easy. Yeah, get in the fit in. Well, after this fight with UGAS, he's got to get his party. He got to get Tim Smith and their party to say, man, come on, you got to give this man what he deserves. This man's undisputed, lineal, all that shit means something. Okay? All that shit means something. And that's why Bud Crawford saying, listen, it's either 50-50, 45-55, or damn near close. Damn near close. Because if I feel like I want to end this year, and you know why I always say that? Because when I showed you videos of him having the Yahoo interview, right? He had a Yahoo interview, and he said, yeah, I could finish my career right here with Khan. So he talks, even in the ring after he beat Porter, what did he say? I could move up to 154. I don't care. This fight's past me. He even said it. If Errol can't get in the ring, I'm moving along. The man could talk two ways out his neck. It's how you get the fit situation done. If you get the situation done to get this fight going, Errol, with your Al Heyman and PBC and them and doing what they gotta do, then we gonna get the fight. It's just simple. I don't care about the money and all that. That's behind the doors. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to come in that ring and say, if you beat UGAS, Crawford, you're next. I don't care if Crawford's there or not. Crawford, you're next. I'm coming for strap season. Once you say that, then it's on. If you don't say none of that shit, boy, it's a wrap, son. It's a wrap. So I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines and get in to fit in Errol Spence, not get in to fit in Crawford. Simple as that.